we're out for our daily perambulation, what we are allowed, our permitted exercise. So we've decided to come back for our walk to the Victorian bottle dump, just have a look around, see what we can see, and bring you with us for those of you who are stuck in more urban areas and can't really get out to any kind of countryside or nature. And you know, it's just we can walk around, it's very close to the house, and have a little explore and see what's here, and we can pass that on to you so that it maybe brightens your day a bit and helps this all go a little bit faster, because if we stay indoors we save lives. And I'm not making any kind of mockery of that because I'm outside, but I am within my 1 hour permitted walk, and I'm right by my house. And I'm not doing anything dangerous, not metal detecting. I'm just having a walk and looking at what I see. So I'll take you with me, and let's go see what we can see. Here we go. This is me on the move now and having a wee walkie, and you can have a look a bit at the site and sort of what's all around here, and some of the stuff you saw yesterday, some of the finds, and there's some sort of brown flandish kind of thing down there, and an old abandoned shoe. I think I've got that in the frame. Let's make sure that's the blandish. And I believe the shoe's in there. I think it fits in a bit with the undergrowth, so it's hard to see on the screen, but there it is. Anyway, let's go and have a walkie about and see what we can see. You can see some of the charcoal. See, there's big bits of broken glass. We've got our very heavy steel-toe boots on, and very, very carefully making our way around. You can see that people have dug this for years, and there are bottles just piled up everywhere. From the ones that are rejected because they're broken. Don't know about... there's a wee one just down there. Let me get my gloves out. I thought about bringing my picker tool, but I wasn't sure. I didn't think I'd be picking up anything too dangerous, but that's a little guy there. Get him out so that the camera can focus on him. Cute little guy there, but he's got a screw top, so he's not that old anyway. And other bits of, I don't know, chamber pot, maybe? Hard to tell. It's Victorian, so it certainly would have been something that they had. Around here, this place, they didn't have electricity, so it could be, you know, there will be lanterns and all sorts in this detritus. Here's a little, I think that's one of those spa hotel ones, because it's got the same, camera focus, got the same green sort of stripe that the spa hotel logo has. So yeah, let's have a little gander. That's an interesting one there. It's still got a screw lid, so it's not that old, but the way it's a little like test tube kind of bottle, that's interesting. Anyway, pop that one down. See what we've got in here. We've got a lot of water. We don't want to play in that. We've got an uprooted tree, and look at all of that stuff that is stuck in that tree. Bottles in there, and pottery, bits of charcoal, I think. There's a, look at that, now that's really interesting. Can you see that, folks? The tree root has grown right through the bottle. Make sure I'm getting that. Jimmy was telling me how good I was doing at my filming with my camera, and actually I didn't have the harness on that day, so that's why it was so good. But look at that, the tree root has grown right through the neck of the bowl there. That's quite interesting and quite fun. But yes, so let's move on and move around and see what else there is to see. That bit there, now that one's broken. I imagine that probably all of this stuff is going to be broken, because this is right at the start. Oh, look at this. Wow, I didn't see this one yesterday. But talk about an uprooted tree ball. Can you see that? That is so far over my head. I can't even, what is that, 12 feet, something like that? Absolutely massive that is. That's the bottom, and it just goes and goes and goes and goes and goes and goes and goes. Wow. And over to there as well. And what's underneath? A few little bottles that people have dug out. Again, that one's got a seam on it, so it's not too old. And some stuff people have dug out. That might be a lamp there, that bit of metal. And I don't know if that's a creamer mug. And I think, just looking at this, that's another one of those. That was lost. That I think I pushed the button by accident. That would have been a spa hotel teacup. I think it would have had the logo probably on the bit that's missing, because everything else I've found has had a logo on it. But there's, I don't know what that is over there, directly in front of the camera there. Let's get this glove back on. I had to press the button, so that's the only reason I took it off. So that's some sort of a creamer jar, maybe. And there you go. Most of a spa hotel plate here. There's the same pattern. Almost looks Port Marion-y to me. And if, yeah, there we go. And it's got the same Copeland on the back. Copeland, Spode, England. And there it is. And, ooh, that's intact and pretty. Look, it's a glass bottle stopper and it's intact. Not a chip on it. It's absolutely perfect. So I'm going to take that home. That's cool. That is cool. And, oh, I don't know what that was, but whatever it was, it's had a hard time with it. Sorry, I'll put that where you can see it. Obviously a rim to something, but boy. Any ideas on that, guys? Let me know. I don't know what layers things are. It looks like they are all mixed up in here. And because I'm seeing a plastic capped bottle down there next to that sort of white rock. And but I'm also seeing stuff that's quite old and getting a chance to dig in there, being mindful of this thing being over my head. This big root ball. Standing underneath it, I'll flip you up and you can see what I'm looking up at. Amazing, eh? But it's very well secure. It's not going to fall on me. It's not windy at all today. But yeah, this bank, obviously, once we're not on restrictions, so it certainly do with the digging out, because there'll be stuff buried up in there that isn't visible. And it's a good bank in context, though having said that, that might be spoil of other people. But let's keep walking around here and see what we can see under this tree. What have we got here? Something else. That is Frank Cooper of Oxford. Homemade something. Don't know what. We'll take that and we'll go and see if we can research it. And being as this was being used as a hospital when it was burnt down, there probably are poison bottles in here, because they would have used stuff that's poison in the hospital for cleaning and such like. There's something very, very blue just there, but oh, that seems to be, this is not plastic. I don't honestly know what that is. I think it might be glass. Maybe it's porcelain or something. I don't know. Odd. I hear people walking around with their kids, and the rest of the woods, and like me, wouldn't have known it was here. Well, that's the bottom of one of those wine bottles. See, I know this was a dump for the hotel before they put all of the debris from the burn here, because of all the wine bottles that are here, and the hospital wouldn't have been full of wine bottles. So there definitely is stuff from the hotel, as well as when they cleared it out after the fire. So very carefully making our way over here. Oh, that's a pretty little thing. Look at that. Isn't that a pretty little pattern on that? Really lovely. Can you see those little flowers? I think that's in focus, isn't it? There we go. Come on, phone. Do what you're supposed to. Really pretty. Don't know what that is. That's lovely. Oh, it had a little caterpillar on the other side. Oh, well, he's gone now. Yeah, that's very nice. So, something here. It was some sort of plate. That would have had, that's gold there. That's a gold sort of gilding bit there. Can you see that? Is it in focus? There we go. Let's see, maybe if I change the camera to that one, will that help start focusing on things up close better? It's supposed to. Oops. Push the button on the screen. Yeah, I think that's focusing a bit better. But it doesn't really help you when I walk around to see what's happening. So, yeah, okay, I'll put you back on far away again. That's normal one-time zoom. I've not done one of these that's just sort of like a running commentary before, so please forgive me if I'm messing this all up and not doing it as I'm supposed to. And you can let me know how I've done it wrong and what I should do better. And what you'd like to see more of, maybe, for those of you that can't get out. And what you think is acceptable, because I am just walking around. I'm still on my 1 hour's walk, but I don't want anybody to get angry that I'm doing this. Look at that, that's got all the gold still on it as well, like that other one. Let's put that over to the zoom. Click on it, so it's going to focus on that sort of there. You see that? Isn't that lovely? Yes, I want to pay honour, tribute even? Not honour. Pay tribute to the NHS workers and the posties and the people who are working in the essential shops, risking themselves to go out every day to bring us our post and, you know, take care of us when we're sick and, you know, run the shops so that when we do have to go out for an essential shop, you know, all the delivery drivers who are unfortunately still having to go out in this, and I don't know where it is, what it is where you are, but there is like virtually, I looked up until the middle of the first week in April for a delivery slot for shopping, home shopping to be delivered, and there is just absolutely nothing at all. So I do definitely want to make a point of saying thank you to those who are risking themselves for us, and, you know, to not have anybody feel like I'm taking the mickey out of them because I'm doing this on my 1 hour walk, because the point of doing this is to bring something of interest to people that can't go out, but not put anybody at risk while doing that, because, you know, I'm not got the metal detector. I wouldn't have the metal detector. I'm not walking anywhere that's dangerous, she says as she slips slightly. I'm just walking around and having a look, with the intention of somebody having a run, of trying to bring a bit of entertainment to people that actually cannot get out and can't do what I can do so close to my house. And I am very, very wary that there is very jaggy stuff like that down there. I don't know if you can see it. Just here, sticking up, waiting for somebody to step on, and I'm watching where I put my feet very, very carefully, which might mean that the camera goes a little bit wonky, and I apologise for that, but I think it's important that I don't create any more work for our NHS whilst I am trying to keep people to stay at home and let the NHS workers get on with what they're doing. So what can we see? There's stuff underneath that tree over there, all sorts of things poking out. We've got a few. Look, it's like our friend over from the dairy. It's our friend, the urn, except it's not an urn, it's a kettle. There's two of them. There's another one hiding over there. How very odd. Come out of the hospital when it burnt down. Let's see, I got anything on it? No, that would have been a some sort of creamer jug or something, but it doesn't have anything identifying on it. It'd be nice to find like a milk bottle. And I'm sure that underneath all of this there are intact bottles. As I said previously, apparently people have been digging this site for years. You can see this is a cut here where people have been digging. So, and I'll just walk over. There's actually pits over there and pits over there. And my friend that told me about this place did say that people have been digging it for years. So that's a pretty piece of glass there. Nicely decorative. But I'm sure underneath, for instance this bit, and even off into that layer there, that there will be unbroken bottles that folk can see. Ooh, that was an interesting colour, something or other. It's broken now, but look at that. Reminds me of something we saw sci-fi the other day. This one is on both sides, so maybe it was a vase or something. Isn't that mad? Yeah. Interesting. Okay, is that a jawbone or something? Ooh. What is it, Chase? If it is, it's the biggest monster I've ever seen that's human. Look at that. Sorry, get that into the camera. I can't even hold my arms out far enough for you to see that whole thing. Look at it. It's massive. Massive. Great cow, I imagine. I've never seen a sheep that big, even up here in the Highlands where we grow things big. What is that? That's some piece of metal there. Make my metal detecting heart happy, but who knows what that was. Give a stonking signal on the simplex, that's for sure. Whatever it was. So let's carefully walk ourselves around here. See the balls that have been thrown out because they're rejects. They're obviously too modern. The other diggers don't want them. What's that? Oh, that's the bane of the detectorist life. That's a nasty plasticky label. Stick that in my bag to take home. Oh, here's something. Here's something that looks intact on the surface. No, it's not. Rubbish. The top's missing. Look at that. Camp coffee and chicory. ESS. Glasgow. That's kind of cool. Shame on it says Patterson's. Patterson's on it, spelled the Scottish way with one T. But unfortunately, the neck's gone. I'm sure there's others under there. And this has got something on it. What is it called? Big Tree Brand. I should have to research that when we get home. Don't know what that means. And what in the world that was. It's an odd little thing. It's got a beautiful little ship on it. Yeah, I wish it was. Wish I hadn't clipped off the ship. Let's see if I can get that far enough away the camera can focus on it. There we go. I know you're struggling. There we go. That's neat. Whatever it was. That stuff got things on it. Oh, it does actually. Let's have a look at this. So this is obviously part of the same thing. It looks like it was a teapot. And part of the scene there. And part of the scene there. Very nice. There we go. Oh, what does that say? That says something on it. That says something railway hotels. Can you see that? Come on, camera. There we go. Railway hotels. That's definitely one I'm going to go and check out. And you see all this just busted up here in front of me. All kinds of things. Be very careful where I step. Very pretty patterns on lots of things. Lots and lots of things. So that's like a mixing bowl. I think I've seen mixing bowls like that before. And I don't know what that is. Possibly not a mixing bowl. This is obviously what somebody's been digging out and having a look at. And that's really nice. Look at that. That would have been a gorgeous thing, whatever it was. I'm just getting my feet planted so they're nice and straight to look through these things. There's a little bottle of some sort, that was. And another bit of that. The iridescence on that. You see that? That's really pretty, that is. Put that comes up on the camera. And then that sort of thing. That's what that is. It's a glass. And that's I don't know. I would have said that with a flower pot, but it appears it's glazed on the inside. And then there's some bottles over there, but the lids are sort of broken. Not sort of broken, definitely broken. The lids are definitely broken. Or the tops, that's what you call them. Well, I speak English. This is really hard, this walking and looking at stuff while you're talking as well to yourself. And I don't want to turn into Chig and, be copying all of his stuff. But that's kind of, if I'm not thinking about things, it's kind of where my brain goes because it's what I've heard. It's sort of the joking and things that I'm used to. But what's this? That looks like very, very thick glass there. Even thicker than the bottles we've been seeing. So that might be older. It's got a nice iridescence to it. And it's very, very thick. So, what else do we have? That's a very, very thin bottleneck there. Look at how thin that is and long. everything. And an intact cup, but cracked down the side and nothing on it at all. That might be one of the military, well no, the military ones that have military stuff on. Hey, Laurie? Yes, they would. Oh, don't be silly. I'm at risk turning into Chris from Addicted to Beliefs. So, wow, just absolutely amazed that I never noticed this back here when I've been walking the dogs around and stuff. But it's just goes on all back there. Places people have been digging. Things they've been finding. Is that one intact? No, that's a nice little medicine one or something. I don't know. People that are bottly people could tell me. But unfortunately, just that top bit's cracked. And there's nothing on the bottom. So those who know about bottles, there's a lot of bubbles in that glass. So I don't know how old that says that is. But it's interesting anyway. And whatever else. Excuse me, little fly, go away. And whatever this would have been, it had been some sort of cream maybe? I don't know. And a little pot for something, unfortunately, again. Got a big stinking chunk out of it. And look, it's full of charcoal from the fire. And I think, has that even been... Look at that. That is how hot that fire was. Look at that. That bottle has been melted. That's really cool, actually. That is really, really cool. I like that. So, let's turn this back down just so you can see what I'm seeing and maybe see things I'm not seeing because I'm looking at where I'm putting my feet. But it's very, very friable, this soil. So for the bottle diggers, I'm sure it's been quite an easy hunt. I don't know how much money's been made on this site, selling off to on eBay. I've lived in the village for, oh gosh, since 2011. And I've, as I said, never noticed this. Walked on that path just over there. There's a path just there. Walked along it with the dogs and the kids. And never realised this was over here. But then you can see there's a lot of brush that's been cut down, and we've had a lot of tree fall from the big storms that have been happening. But look, it's all just eroding out the bank here, and just taking something and digging in there. Once we are allowed to enjoy activities that might put ourselves at risk, then I will be coming back, and might even set up the camera with a wee, self-finder thing to see me doing it. You can see me doing it. Let's have a look in this pit over here. Anything in there? I can see somebody's stuff that they've dug out there. Looks like there is a bottle down at the bottom, but I think its top is snapped off. And all over in there. And here. And here's a cute little one. Unfortunately, again, a tiny, tiny chip at the top. They're cute. Probably like spice in the kitchen or something. I saw something on Sci-Finds last night that somebody said, yeah, I'd walk past this in a charity shop all day long, but dig it out of the mud in a Victorian dump, and I am happy to have it on my shelf at home. We really are mad folk, aren't we, people? But look over there and there. I mean, you can see the size of this site is just a treasure trove waiting to happen. I bet there's some coins in here as well. And there's something there. I think that looks like one of those hospital. I know it's not. I was thinking it looks kind of like one of those industrial mop buckets that you sort of pull the handle and it squishes the water out. But I don't think it is. It doesn't look right now that I look at it. But yeah, I'm going to switch you off for a bit because I've talked for quite a long time, and I need to get a drink out my bag and have a drink and check how long I have been out the house so that I don't exceed or make a mockery of what I'm supposed to be doing with regards to exercise and walking and balancing very carefully you know, trying to provide enough entertainment, and there is other entertainment out there, but provide something that might keep people interested enough to keep them in the house versus somebody going, you should be in the house too. So I'll just shut this off, and then if I find something really, really, really cool, that blue ware down there is very, very pretty, then I'll come back to you. Ta-da!